Okay, this is a whelping box. So it lays flat. So that circle, that empty spot right there, is where that donut heating plate goes down. I need you to see that the hole, the donut hole, is in the corner and it's kind of under the 2x6. So it's kind of back in the corner. But I also made it so that it had a brace, a brace on the side of it, because when you step in here, which you will want the support so that the whole floor doesn't really collapse under your weight. Now, and mind you, you need 5 feet, 5 feet across. You need an area where the female can lay down and stretch out on their side. They're not going to lay down kind of in a Sphinx position. They're going to be nursing puppies, so they're going to be on their side, and they want to be able to sprawl. Usually I put my donut hole up front, so I'd be walking into it on the side. Make sure you put some bracing underneath. When you put the bracing underneath, leave some gaps between your frame so that you can put your electrical cords under here without placing the box on them. Let me move this and I'll show you better. Just a minute. Okay, so looking underneath, you can see that I put this 2x4 here. So it lays on the floor. So when I step in to the whelping box, I'm stepping on that 2x4 and it's supported by the floor. So the floor would be here and the dog would be on the other side. But you can see that I've left gaps in all corners because you need to be able to feed your electrical cords through. So if you think about this, the donut hole is going to have one cord. So it's going to be somewhere down, in this corner down here, and it might go to the left or to the right, depends on where your plug is. You don't want electrical cords sitting out where the female or the puppies can chew on them. So if your female is up, in that area or laying there, she's not going to want the heat. When I played this back, I noticed that this was not very clear. You're going to have two sources of heat. You will have the donut that goes into the hole, but you might also put like heating pads, like what you would put on your shoulder if you had a shoulder ache or something like that. You can stick heating pads under this also. Now, again, you would not want the board to be laying flat on the heating pad or the framework to be on the cord. So by having all the holes in different places, you can feed your cords through and have as many heating elements as you wish. You're going to want to put the heating pad in case a puppy wanders away from her, where she's not laying. So as she kind of figures out how she's going to lay, you're going to put the heating pad somewhere else. The room, remember that your room for your puppies is supposed to be 98 degrees. I never really got it that high. I tried. I got it to 96, but 98 is hot. And she'll be panting. You'll be in shorts and a t-shirt with a glass of ice water, no matter what season it is. It's going to be hot. And that's where it needs to be secure. Now, I put these L brackets on here because of the lip on this. It's what? I would say 4 inches. If you step on this 4x6, 2x6, it's going to start giving way. So putting this here is going to give it more brace, and a bigger one would even be better. Bigger braces are always better. Okay, let me take some measurements. I'll do some measurements for you and let you know what they are. Okay, So what is the top of this? And it's only the top because I happen to have it that direction. It could be the top, it could be the side. It doesn't matter. It's 4 feet. You have 2x4s, a frame at the bottom. You have a piece of plywood, and I'm going to say that's at least 3/4 of an inch. Then you have, where's my measuring tape? So the next one, going from the beginning of the tape measure across the board, is called a 2x6, even though it's not 6 inches. And then you go back to your 2x4s. This one over here is again a 2x6, 2 inches there and 6 inches across. And if you don't know, when they call it a 2x6, it's not really 2x6. It's smaller than a 2 or 6. Okay, so 4 feet across with the framework. Just be prepared that you are going to be walking on these 2x6s, so support them. Do not have anything underneath inside that is going to hold those up. You've got to have your braces, unless it, I think I see some angled L brackets down there. That you can do, but nothing that the bitch can get hooked on or the puppies can get hooked on. Okay, let's, I'm gonna put you on hold a second here. Okay, so going from the ground all the way up to the corner, you've got another 4 feet. So there is no 4 or 5 foot area. And this was good. So it's 4x4. I could have swore that it was not square, but apparently it's square. All right, and 4x4 worked just fine. Okay. What else do I need to tell you on this? I don't think anything. Just to kind of give you a few more examples of structure, putting things together. So you know, plywood extends all the way out, and then the framework are on the top, bottom, and sides of your plywood. And you know, think about washing this thing. This is going to get scrubbed on a regular basis. I have 2 of these. And one would be drying as the other one was being used. Only one of mine has that hole in it. Okay. So now I do have some rubber padding that it's the same substance that I use for my flooring in my training center. I had some scraps and I cut it to fit in here. And the reason that you're going to want to do that, you need something on the bottom of this for the female to lay on, but you have to make sure that she can't, I call it fluffing. You know how they dig and they fluff all their blankets up under them and then you lay down on them? If they do that, they're going to fluff a puppy underneath and lay on it and kill the puppy. You have to have matting that is not fluffable. They can't be able to dig it up, and they will try. So you've got to be, you can't use that type of matting. You can use the hard stuff, but not stuff that fluffs. Okay, I bought this. This is a carpet sample that I got at Ben Franklin. And this is old, so you know, don't look at all the little extra stuff hanging out. You can't have that stuff there. But if you think of a female trying to fluff it, unless she can hook her foot on it, it's hard to fluff. Not, you know, because it's stiff. And when I bought these things, this one right now is quite flimsy. I got the stiffest, thickest carpet that I could find. This has hardly any nap on it. Don't know if you can see it. I get something that was thick, heavy, rubbery on the back, or nylon-y on the back. Something that I didn't think a female could fluff is what you're looking for. I hope that helps you in building your whelping box. If you need more help, give me a call. Thanks.